According to the Bible, the story of Ishmael, the first son of Abraham, is mentioned primarily in the book of Genesis. Abraham, originally named Abram, was a notable figure in the Bible and considered the father of the Jewish people. God made a covenant with Abraham, promising to give him land and make his descendants into a great nation. However, Abraham's wife, Sarah, was barren and unable to conceive. Facing the challenge of not having an heir, Sarah decided to offer her Egyptian maidservant, Hagar, to Abraham. Hagar became pregnant, and tensions arose between Sarah and Hagar. Soon after Hagar conceived, she began to despise Sarah due to Sarah's mistreatment. After Hagar became pregnant, Sarah became jealous and treated Hagar so harshly that Hagar fled into the wilderness. There, an angel of the Lord found her and advised her to return to Sarah and submit to her authority. The angel also promised that her descendants would be numerous, though they would also face hardships. Hagar obeyed the angel's command, and she eventually gave birth to a son whom she named Ishmael. Ishmael grew up in the wilderness of Paran and became an expert archer. 13 years later, when Abraham was 99 years old, God appeared to him and made a covenant, promising that Sarah would give birth to a son. Abraham and his household were also commanded to circumcise themselves as a sign of the covenant. True to God's promise, Sarah became pregnant and gave birth to a son, Isaac, when Abraham was 100 years old. Isaac was the son through whom God's covenant with Abraham would continue. As Isaac grew, tensions between Sarah and Hagar resurfaced. Sarah saw Ishmael, the firstborn son of Abraham and Hagar, mocking Isaac, and she demanded that Abraham send Hagar and Ishmael away. Although Abraham was distressed by the situation, God instructed him to listen to Sarah. Abraham provided Hagar and Ishmael with some provisions and sent them into the wilderness. They wandered in the wilderness of Beersheba and eventually ran out of water. Hagar placed Ishmael under a bush and distanced herself, not wanting to witness her child's death. But God heard the cries of Ishmael, and an angel appeared to Hagar, showing her a well of water. God assured Hagar that Ishmael would become a great nation. They settled in the wilderness of Paran, and Ishmael went on to have 12 sons who eventually became the heads of 12 tribes. That's the story of Ishmael, the first son of Abraham, according to the Bible.